So, in case you can't tell, there's a new climbing wall. I moved from my old apartment and, well, it took us 3 or 4 days to rip down the old wall. We recycled as much of it as we possibly could, and then we built a new wall. I had 3 weeks off vacation because I just finished a game called Naughty Bear, and we figured it takes about 2 weeks to build the new wall. Considering the space was a little bit smaller than what we had before, I planned it out in Google SketchUp, made the plans with a friend of mine, John. We mapped out the entire room, and we had our plan. We knew what wood we had to buy. We bought 1,000 screws, 3-inch number 10 screws, and we went to work. Now, 3 weeks vacation, and that included me moving my apartment and all of the stuff that was in there, all the holes, all the crash pads, you know, all of my toys. It took us 4 weeks, so we've not been around. I'm very sorry. You know, we've been posting updates for everything that we generally need to post. But yeah, we've been away for about 4 weeks now. I would say I'm nice and I'm rested from the 3 weeks vacation. I just went back to work last week. I'm not. I'm knackered. I worked 3 weeks continuously building the wall, cutting wood, building a frame. Now, we're in an apartment, so what happens with us is we can't bolt to the existing structure, so we build freestanding frames. There's 4 frames in this room, and it's all built by 2x6. The floors are shimmed, we build them all square, and then we build our frame off of that. All the corners are bolted. There's a bolt in the middle, and then there's 4 screws around the outside. We use actually 1/2-inch bolts that are washed at either side of the nut, just to give our frame an awful lot of rigidity. And then we cross brace between where we need it, and then when the panels are going up and when the angles are going up, we cross brace across between the frames and make sure everything's square and everything is just absolutely bomb-proof. So, let me introduce you to the new wall. It's still a mess in here. I'm just about to record a quick walkthrough for some holes so I can get them on the wall. As you can see behind me, this is the vertical wall. It's being painted by my current roommate Adam. He's a well-known graffiti artist, DJ from Vancouver, who lives with us. He goes under the name of Kid Casablanca when he's DJing. Still a work in progress. You can see the big CHR logo. It's going to have a big white border around it when it's done. And then you can see all the little monkeys that fade up the wall. He's been working on it today, so I can't cut and finish some stuff. But hopefully this will be finished and lacquered by the time we start climbing. So excuse the handy cam me talking behind it. Let me show you the wall and the mess. So obviously we have our vertical wall here. It's about 9 foot wide. It's 9 foot something high, and you can see we've got a flat ceiling into it. There's a brace across here, brace over here, and a brace here, and then there's cross braces all the way across, every 2 foot across the roof, so we get no bending and no bowing. We have a door, because the door behind here is a glass door, and when we swing off of the 45 and the 60, we don't want to kick through, so we've just built a big kickboard. This is going to get split down the middle with a second set of hinges in it, so it just concertinas. Then we have another flat wall just for the sides, and then you come into this part here, which is a 2 foot kick, 45-degree wall. I believe it's about 7 foot long, and then it goes up into the 60. Now we were going to build a 60, but we decided that 60 was too boring, so we made it a 70. So there's an awful lot of structure, an awful lot of frame behind there. Lots of bolts. You can see where we've drilled out on the side panels where the bolts are, and then we accidentally drilled a hole, so we made it the glory hole. Here, kick 45. You have a 3 foot kick and a big 30-degree wall. Goes all the way up into the ceiling. Again, frame here, it's actually a double frame here, and then there's a single frame on the side, and then a double roof beam that holds the roof up. Here you can see where I'm hiding up all my tools and stuff. What you've got from the 30, and you can see that the bit I'm still finishing, and the framework, you can see that there's a gap that's actually cut and ready to be covered, but I'm doing some work behind the wall. You've got a vertical wall, step, and then honk step into the roof. So if I do you a quick 360, you've got the step, the 30, 45, 70 with a vertical, big kick wall, big vertical wall, and then the roofs. This section over here, where you see the beam, that's going to be panelled eventually, and that's where all the hangboards are going to go for our hangboard reviews. So that, people, God, I look like rubbish today, is the new climbing hold review wall. I'm going to start setting today. Adam's going to finish painting hopefully tomorrow, maybe this evening, and get it done. It's a bit fumey in here, there's lots of paint fumes. So we're actually back up and we're back running. Probably not this week coming, but the week after. We'll be back with reviews. We got something special this week, which is actually a product review of the sack from Pusher. Remember Pusher? They're back. So we're back, we're kicking. Chris is in BC, I'm by myself for 3 or 4 weeks, but the reviews are back. A couple of interesting interviews coming up. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Peace.